What's up, friends? We've got new Peak Design stuff. Is that exciting to you? Peak Design have consistently made extremely interesting, technical, functional, very useful gear. I'm gonna put on my glasses here because it's time to get into it, okay? They've just updated their travel line. And, oh, big duffel, we're gonna look at that. New travel backpack, oh, wait for it. New smaller, like 35-liter travel backpack, wait for it. New packing cubes, new tote, like travel tote and wash bag. Let's get into it. But first, this episode is brought to you by Western Rise. I'm wearing their X Cotton t-shirt, 220 GSM, so it's a little bit thicker, but super stretchy, nicely covers my love handles. Tiny bit of elastane and polyester with some cotton, so it feels just super cushy. And these Evolution pants, which are by far and away my favorite pant. I recently went to South Africa and went on safari. What pants did you wear? I wore these pants. Did you bring any other pants? I only brought these. I traveled in these. I safaried in these. These are my favorite outdoors pants, as well as my favorite go to the bar and the restaurant pant. Shout out to Will and the team at Western Rise, Colorado-based company. Use the link in the description below. It supports the channel. Okay, we're gonna tackle this one bit at a time. And the first thing that I wanna hit are these little guys. So we've got a few different packing cubes here and then a wash pouch. This is your little packing cube. All of these have opens and closes. Peaks like open up to get it out. Definitely an upgrade in material, an update. I don't know if it's a better material or not. Has slightly like almost like, it's very thin, it's very lightweight, feels very ripstop nylon-y, but with some sort of coating that's like almost like silicone, like water resistant. Here's the medium size one. They should call it the large because they really only have two sizes. They have a second zip here, which is your expansion with some nice mesh. They use great meshes. One of the things you're gonna see throughout this video is the use of materials on liners, mesh pockets. Peak have always done a great job on that. Don't you? I mean, you look at this, don't you just kind of want to wrap your body in that? I just kind of want to see what I'd look like. Actually, that would be. So we have our zippers in, we have our expansion zipper, and then you have this zipper in the back. So with one packing cube, you have expandability, a clean close, and a dirty close compartment. All in a lightweight container. These have always been my favorite packing cubes. The only bummer is they come in only two sizes. I would love to see one that's like right in the middle of those. Then you have this kind of like nothing to it, simple, same material, one zipper. This is for your shoes. Just put something in here that has mud or dirt, something that's funky, you want to keep segmented away from the rest of your gear. Kind of a useful pouch for a lot of different reasons. You can see how it kind of like holds the air in, very tight weaves on all this stuff. Then, this is personally very exciting to me personally. It's their wash pouch, and it's the smaller version of it, okay? You see this? Very small, very tight, yet very organized. Lots of nice places to put things, like this pocket right here, and all of the internal pockets have this kind of water resistant, kind of like, I don't know, I want to say plasticky almost, but just the kind of thing that you know you're going to be able to just wipe clean. This is like your magnet toothbrush side over here, okay? Then some, accordion, fat, mesh, very durable. This is just like the perfect size. This is the wash pouch. There's also a little hook that comes out of the back so you can hang it up, kind of opens for you there. I think they did a great job with this one personally. I know you're excited to get into these backpacks. We're gonna hit it, but a smaller, more minimal toiletry kit, this is the vibe. For me, I'm excited about it. I know some of you travel with like massive fucking toiletry things. And then the final thing is this packable tote bag. It curls up into nothing, right? And then you open it up and you've got a crinkly little tote bag with some padding on the handle and a zipper that goes across, okay? So, fashionable, I think, you know, maybe, I don't know. It's like, what do you think? What do you think of this? It's sort of like a dirty clothes bag to me. I would probably rather choose something that has more substance to it and I just lay it flat in my bag rather than something that curls up like this, you know, personally. But it's there when you need it. Okay, now, both backpacks. Okay, here's your little bit bigger one. Here's your little bit smaller one, travel backpacks. You can tell I've used this one quite a bit. We got some scuffing on the front. Your mileage may vary, but I actually think that makes it look a little bit cooler. I don't know. Some of you want to keep it clean, you know what I mean? You got like nice hair, the pomade's in it, you're glossy, right? I like it when something looks well used. One of my favorite bags ever is one of the marketing directors at Peak Design. He has an old Peak Design messenger bag and it's totally broken in. And that's the best looking Peak Design bag I've ever seen. So you're gonna see some scuffy McDufferson, more so on this one. Now this is from laying it down on concrete, right? No actual breakage, just a little bit of scuffy McDufferson, right? Now, I don't know if you can tell, but a little bit of an updated silhouette on both of these. A little bit square-ish. I like that. They've always had great handles. Great handles on the top. Great handles on the side. Both sides. That's on both of these bags. Great water bottle compartments on both these bags. Huge, big water bottle compartments. Got some mesh back here. It spreads out. Can take a second to get a bigger water bottle in there, but it fits actually quite large water bottles. And those are on both sides of both bags. Okay, straps on both of these. I think they feel slightly, definitely, you can notice the difference between the smaller one here and the bigger one. A little bit cushier padding, slightly less stiff than you've seen in the past. They can sometimes get some criticism for the stiffness of their straps. I never personally have had any problems with it. I actually tend to like the athletic fit of these things. But if you're carrying a heavy ass load and you're not used to this kind of like, you don't have more of an athletic frame, it can feel a little intense. I like how responsive it is. And it has to be said that the way the straps store on these bags has always been radical. On this big one, you have hip straps that come out. Hip straps. They can really make carrying a heavier load easier. That just needed to be said. This one looks like it has a spot for some future accessory for a hip strap, but on this size, I don't know if I would do it. I just don't. This is like a large everyday carry bag. Some of you larger people, taller, big frame, this is a great everyday carry bag because it won't make you look like a giant. This, even for my larger friends out there, I mean, you'd have to be, just a little different. It's like slight difference here in size. And again, just that storage, those magnets go away. You've got a strap here on both of them. Makes it easy when you need to just go into hands carry mode instead of shoulder strap. Rucking this up into a bus or something like that. Okay, let's talk about this bigger one. We'll come back to the smaller one. So, like I said, slightly boxier look to it. Can you tell? Maybe that means slightly more space up in the corners. I don't know. One of the things that I noticed about this is our quick access pocket's a little too quick. It's really just about the size of my phone. You could get a Max, like the larger iPhone in there. It's just about the size of that larger iPhone, for example. It's got a nice mesh in there. The material feels good. So I would use this basically just to throw my AirPods in. My phone when it's not in my pocket, but it's typically in my pocket of these Western Rise Evolution pants. I'm serious about that, by the way. They didn't pay me to say that. I took these pants as my only pant to South Africa. I also went hiking 7 days in the damn canyons in Utah. Oh, I was like, what pants am I gonna bring? I brought these. The same one. I'm still rocking those pants. That's where my phone is, not in here, and so I would just have my AirPods Pro in there, which is nice. AirPods Pro, maybe I probably wouldn't even put my passport in there. That's in my pocket, you know. So it's just a small everyday, you know, your go-to pouch for small things. In fact, I actually prefer the quick access on the smaller bag. I'll show you that in a second. Now, over on these side pockets, access to this main compartment through both of these wings, okay? So instead of laying the bag on its back and opening around this turtle shell zipper, you can have access straight into the main compartment like this, like so. It comes off, or even you leave it on one shoulder, you're coming around and you can get in and have access to that. That's quite nice. In my use personally, I almost never do that though. Everything that's in that main compartment is like, I'm not seeing you until we get to the destination. That's like the point. It's like, you're gone. I don't need you. Shh, be quiet. I'm carrying you to where we're going. Then when we get there, I'm unloading you there. Everything that I need for access on the go during that time is in this front compartment, which can expand. You have two zippers, one on that side, one on this side, okay? So our expansion here, we get another like few liters through there. I personally, this is how they've always done it, and I personally dislike this, okay? I want all my on-the-go travel stuff here. I don't want to have to load this back up with more packing things. I want that expandability in my main compartment so that my main compartment gets bigger. However, I can understand from a design perspective why they would do it this way. By the way, inside of here, there is a zipper that goes all the way across, and that whole middle section can fold away. So this thing just gets down and out of the way. So it does give you that expansion on the main compartment. But if you open this front compartment, now you're opening the entire thing. Not a big deal if you're using packing cubes and everything's in here kind of nicely. What are you getting out when you're traveling? In transit, I'm getting out my laptop and iPad. Those live through the zipper right here. I don't have to unzip the entire back turtle shell. I've got them right here. There is a little tiny divider, like a fabric divider that is like perfect. It keeps my iPad up instead of going all the way down. My laptop is pulled off about 2, maybe 3 inches off the bottom of the bag, so great protection for my laptop. Up to a 16-inch laptop, I believe, in this thing. So on the go, I get my laptop through that. I don't have to open up everything. I get my tablet through that. Then over-ear Bluetooth headphones. That's what I want in this little pocket right here, which again, they're using such great, this is such a dope mesh. Transparent and see-through, really durable. You can get stuff in and out of it easily. It's not tacky and like sticky. You also have another pocket right here. And then on that zip away beaver tail, you have another pocket and another pocket. So you can get really organized. And both of those are openable from either the main compartment, when you have it like this, open it turtle shell style, or from the front compartment, and then you open it like that. So you can see there's like a lot of ways, wow, a lot of ways to do this. So for me, I don't expand my expansions there. I leave those unexpanded, collapsed if that's the word, and I leave this guy intact here if I can get it around. And this becomes my little place for all my goodies. I've even put my laptop and tablet right in here because it's pretty well protected. They probably would prefer you not do that. Headphone, PXC 552s go right in here, or the Bose or whatever you're using. Some snacks going in here or in here. You gotta have some road snacks. This bag is almost always doable to get under the seat in front of me when I've used it on international flights. On puddle jumpers and smaller planes, you're gonna be hard pressed to get this underneath you. And if you do, your feet are gonna be slugged in on either side. Make sure your knees are over it when the flight attendant comes by, because she's like, sir, you're gonna have to put that in the overhead compartment. And at that point, all the overhead compartment space is gone, right? This is a new part of traveling. Remember the good old days? When there was always space in the overhead compartment. But that's what this bag is for. Carry it on your back, shove it under the seat in front of you, have everything that you need right there when you need it. Again, a lot of airplanes, you're not gonna be able to get this under the seat in front of you. You're just not, right? The packed, which is normally up there, but my wife's packing it right now for our trip to Mexico for her 40th birthday. That one, I've always fit that under the seat in front of me. This one, especially if it's packed out really big, especially if you've got the expansion up, it's going to be harder to get in because it's slightly larger. Now, this has always featured a snap. There's two snaps here, which you can snap it down, and now it's in daily carry mode, but it's still, in my opinion, way too big for daily carry mode. It collapses it from here to here, and that was never my problem. The problem is how big and wide and tall this thing is. So that collapsing down to this, much less useful for me. Maybe that matters a lot to you. The other thing you'll see is a lot of little clips and nubbins, and one of the things I've always loved about this bag is they've got little hideaway spots underneath here. This is magnets that this whole time I've been throwing this bag around, and those things haven't come out. Why is that? Because the magnets hold them in. Those clips there's also tends to be some where you can hide some in these water bottle pockets. Just think, I don't know, what, are you gonna strap on a snowboard or a skateboard because you're super aggressive, bro? Radical. Get it going. I tend to leave an X out here or something, and then I can just shove my jacket on the outside. That can be useful. So this is the big boy. Now let's look at the 30 liter. Here's the little boy or girl, I don't know. Again, the quick access pocket on this one, little bit mo better. We've got some organization in here. We've got a pocket right here, so I can put some stuff in there that I might need and need access to, but I don't want it in my way, so it's gonna stay on that panel when I open this up. I've got this whole taco, so I can throw my phone right in here, or put it in one of these organizer pouches, maybe a pen right here. So this is just a lovely, the kind of quick access pocket that in use, it goes over the whole front of the bag. It just ends up feeling really good in use. You learn to trust it. You get what you need right there. It's a little more useful than just your AirPods, right? Which they need to do because this bag, we have less going on. Okay, just to show you again, this turtle shell opening opens way up. And when you're in here, you can see we've got pockets on the sides, pockets on our beaver tail right here. Now this doesn't zip out as it does on the other one. And you can see some fabric right here because we do have a zipper, a single zipper that goes all the way around, okay? Which expands out an extra maybe couple liters, maybe 2 liters, I'd say. So inside here, you've got just a slightly little bit more room. Now, they say this is a 30-liter bag. I don't know if that means when it's expanded or not, but I like this style of bag where you just have one bucket to put everything into. Laptop pocket right here, another little divider in there for your iPad. No padding for the iPad, but this whole panel is padded and the whole back of this is padded. You do have, on this big guy, we don't have any containment, like pockets along these insides. And on both of these side pockets here, we've got some simple zipped pockets right here, okay? And they actually have a divider down the middle. So I don't know what you put in this little guy. I mean, that's like drugs. Same over here. Let's see. No, yeah, same little. And you could pop that stitching if you really needed to, I bet. But that wouldn't look very good. So a much simpler bag. I'd argue very simple in transit and stuff too. So basically everything you want to get to in transit is going to be here, you know, big enough for my Bluetooth headphones just to fit inside of, okay? But that means when I go through security, I'm not gonna be able to easily fit my phone and my passport and all my other stuff right in there. Maybe I'll shove them in an unused water bottle pocket or something like that. So we're a little bit hamstrung with the amount, it's not hamstrung, so to speak. It's just, you might have those moments where what you gotta do is you gotta leave these zippers on the back, up here on the top, then like packing cubes. If you throw your phone or something in here, you put it on the conveyor belt, slight chance that it like shuffles down to the bottom if it's not really tightly packed or something like that. All I'm getting at is a very streamlined travel experience with it, a very streamlined bag, like not a lot of places to put stuff. And I personally kind of like that. Say what you will about me, but that's you know, I'm like, that's a feature, not a bug. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Two more things on this is that the for some reason the magnets on the front of this are weaker than the magnets on the other one. And I've had these things like come out a little bit. It just doesn't feel quite as strong. I don't know what the deal is. Same accessory loops around. The other thing is this is like, you can almost get away with day bagging this. So you get to where you're going, you've got a big 30-liter shell, right? You can pull those compression straps, or like, you know, the expansion thing, you close that up, and it's like still a big bag, but it's not too crazy. It's almost doable, especially if you're taller. This is a great daily carry bag when you get to your destination, right? Except for every time you need to get in the main compartment, you've got to put it on its face and basically do this thing. Or you open it up a little bit and you're digging down. So your mileage may vary. Okay, another bag. The other new one that they've announced here is this massive, I don't know how big, I think this is like, yeah, 65-liter duffel. There's a slight possibility in North America you could get away with this as a carry-on. You know, maybe they allow you to like be stuffing. You know, they like if they don't stop you, and even if you got it into that little like, sir, can you put that into that box there? You know, and you can stuff it. Maybe they'll still allow you, because I mean, this is so much space. Really quite lightweight, really durable material that you're gonna feel like it's got weather resistance. One of my favorite materials of all time. It's this, basically it's saying, feels slightly updated from, this is their 35-liter. One of my favorite like travel along with you duffels, okay? Why? For the same reasons you're gonna see over here. Number one, very simple. Main capacity is just massive. Look at that. Look, all that space. Huge. Couple little pockets, one on either side here. Then there's like just enough support. Like, why does that stand up quite like that? I don't know, but I like it when I'm packing it out. It kind of stays open for me. Then you've got these side bits on both sides that have a surprisingly nice little mesh organization. Yeah, I mean, it's basically just a mesh organization, and then another exterior here. Now you have that on both sides. Over here you have exactly the same thing, okay? Except for over here you have 3 mesh pouches instead of just the 2. And again, nothing inside of this one, just straight up. And these are huge. These are massive, you know? You're probably not gonna take this as your carry-on. If you did, you'd be risking having to gate check it. But as a way of getting a bunch of stuff that doesn't need to be protected, this is a soft-shelled bag. If you just want to fill up a bunch of stuff and have your exterior be extremely lightweight and durable, but not hard shell protected, you're gonna be stoked with this. You've got a nice shoulder strap, okay? These handles have been upgraded, by the way. This is one of my, maybe they've been listening to me. Hey, Peak, call me. How's it going? You know, because their handles used to kind of cut into your hand when you use them. I've clocked a lot of miles with this one. It's one of my favorite like duffels to go with. And in fact, this is the move. This is the 35 liter duffel, I think. And I take one of those handles and I would just do this. So I have a backpack on and then this carrying lengthwise like this. I'm basically hands-free. And I've got a daily carry bag on, all my travel stuff right here. This goes up into the overhead compartment and my daily carry bag goes under the seat in front of me. But these handles have a hard edge. And when I carried them for a while as a regular sort of briefcase, they kind of cut into my hands. Now they have this little doojobby that you click it right into and it feels really good. It is said you can use as backpack straps. However, when this is loaded out, unless this is loaded out with t-shirts or something really lightweight, even if this was loaded out with t-shirts, this would get heavy. And these backpack straps, you'd feel it. But from a walk from a bus down to a skiff to get onto an island outside of Bali or something like that, you could do it. Now, other elements in their travel line. These are not new. Camera cubes. Okay? They have multiple camera cubes. Like this is the size of the travel bag. So you can fill up your entire travel bag with a camera cube. That's an option. You also have a smaller, medium camera cube and a smallest, small camera cube. All right? If you don't know about this, like this is if you have a camera, you can throw it in this with your gear, have it at the bottom of your bag, and the rest of your bag be clothing, etc. They also make a 65 liter duffel pack, which is a huge duffel pack, same-ish dimensions, maybe slightly less than that big one we were just seeing. However, I'm glad you asked. This one has backpack straps. Are you kidding me? Wow, look at that. Again, not safe for carry-on. You may get flagged. It's big. This is a great bag. A little more padding and protection. Definitely a little more weight than that other duffel we were looking at. I'd say this has slightly less capacity than the big black one over there. But an epic bag, slightly more material, slightly more features. And then finally, just, you know, because if you've never seen this thing before, look at this guy. Peak Design Tech Pouch, okay? It's just beautiful. This is on the market still. I don't believe they have updated this. Lots of organization, just like a little brick of electronics for those of us who are like, where's my battery? Do I have that dongle that I need? Hey, do I have an extra SD card? Has anyone seen my, It all goes into one little unit right here. I tend not to use this because it's like larger than I need. I've tried to minimize everything. This is my life. Minimal, minimal, minimal. But I make sure that I have what I need. It's not like who has the less stuff, you know, or the least amount of stuff. And I do find that this is just larger than I tend to carry on a daily basis. However, I have several friends that like, one of the guys I traveled to South Africa with, he had this, every cable you could need. Peak Design, crushing the game as ever. I like these updates. I do. I really like this 30 liter travel bag. Peak, great job with that. It fits in the line well. Personally, I am challenged between what I would go for myself. That 30 liter is like, I lean towards that. However, that 45 is only slightly bigger, and I do have a couple other like compartments and functionalities that'll make it better for longer, more, you know, around the world type trips. And that extra capacity can make a big difference when you don't know what you're getting up to. And I'm always traveling with camera and stuff, so that may be more the direction I'd go for bigger trips. However, that 30 liter is a radical bag for you're like, dude, let's go to Thailand for 4 days. Throw everything in there, use that as your day bag when you get there, or get a packable day bag. That's really gonna be my move. If I'm going to Thailand, I don't want to carry around that big old during the day. If I go to Spain, let's go to Spain for a weekend. You know, I don't want to carry that backpack around. I want to have a small, really thin, minimal packable day bag. I will link in the description below at this time code to my favorite packable day bags that you can just throw inside of it. They don't take up any room at all, basically. They don't weigh anything. Those are useful. So even if I was going for a weekend or 4 months, I would probably end up still using the larger one. But there's some pro travelers out there who you know what it's like when because you can definitely fit that 30 liter, the smaller one, under the seat in front of you. And you know what it's like when you've gotten used to traveling minimally with smaller stuff. Your headphones are in, you're watching the sheeple, everybody's like, oh God, I'm traveling, where do I get? You're the last person on the plane because your bag gets to go right under the seat in front of you. You get your drink on the plane, you're listening to your podcast, you're enjoying it. You've probably taken a weed edible on the way. It's like, I am professional. Those folks are gonna love that 30 liter. These bags all feel very good. The thing with Peak Design is it feels great. You're gonna love it. And obviously they're so iconic, you know? That black travel bag, you see them around, you wonder about the people who have them. It's like, hey, wait, is that a tech founder? Oh, I wonder how much crypto that guy has. Shout out to Peak Design. Thanks for sending me those. It's been so hard to just sit on those, like waiting to make this video, because we've tested them quite a bit in preparation for the launch of this. I have nothing except for the way that I had to put it down on cement several times. You saw the roughage of the front of the bag. Some of you are definitely going to be like, that sucks. I am not like that. I think it makes it look fucking rad. I mean that. Then shout out to Western Rise. Thanks for supporting this video. Link to their stuff below supports the channel. Okay? That's all. Get out there. Start seeing the world. You know, whatever. You got your Vax passport, or you just got the natural immunity, or whatever you got. Get out there, baby. Go see the world. It was awesome going to Africa. I had never been to Africa before. Check out the safari video if you haven't. That one that I just published right before this one. And then I think I'm going to do another one that's a little bit longer, shows you more of the trip. Had a blast, man, leopards. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.